Have you ever known how to do something, and then suddenly, in the moment it mattered most, you could not do it anymore? You froze, you made mistakes, you fell apart, and later, when the pressure was gone, you could do it perfectly again. This happens to students in exams. It happens to athletes on the big day. It happens to anyone who has ever learned a skill and then lost it the moment someone was watching. And there is a very real reason this happens. It is not weakness. It is not lack of practice. It is something your brain does automatically the moment it feels fear. And once you understand what that is, it changes everything about how you see yourself under pressure. Your brain has two ways of doing things. The first way is thinking mode. This is when you are learning something new, you have to think about every step. It takes effort. It feels slow. Think about the first time you learned to ride a bike. Every movement needed your full focus. But then, over time, something changed. Your brain switched to automatic mode. This is when a skill gets stored so deeply in your brain that you no longer have to think about it at all. You just do it. Riding a bike, typing, driving, playing an instrument. Once these skills go automatic, your brain can do them faster and better than if you were consciously thinking about every move. Automatic mode is your brain's most powerful mode, but it has one big weakness. Fear can switch it off. Inside your brain, there is a small region called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's alarm system. Its only job is to keep you safe. The moment it senses any kind of threat, it fires an alarm signal throughout your whole body. Your muscles tighten up. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing gets shorter. Your attention shifts away from whatever you were doing and locks onto the threat. Now, this was incredibly useful thousands of years ago. When the threat was a wild animal, this alarm system could save your life. But here is the problem. Your brain's alarm system cannot tell the difference between a real physical danger and the fear of failing an exam, or missing a penalty kick, or falling off a bike. To your brain, fear is fear. And the moment that alarm fires, your automatic mode gets disrupted. Your muscles tighten when they need to stay relaxed. Your attention narrows when it needs to stay open. And the skill that was running so smoothly starts to break down, not because the skill disappeared, but because fear got in the way. Let me show you exactly how this works. A child is learning to ride a bike. The parent is holding the back of the seat. The child is pedaling, finding balance, starting to get it, and for a moment it clicks. The child is actually riding. The brain's automatic system has taken over. Everything is working. Then the parent quietly lets go. Two things can happen. If the child does not notice, they keep riding perfectly. But if the child looks back and sees nobody is holding the bike, they fall. Almost immediately. What changed in that moment? Not the skill, not the bike. What changed was one thing, the belief that the support was gone. That belief triggered the brain's alarm system. The alarm fired, the muscles tensed, the attention shifted, and the automatic balance system, which was working perfectly, got interrupted. The child did not fall because they could not ride. The child fell because fear switched off the part of the brain that was doing the riding. There is another way fear breaks performance. Scientists call it paralysis by analysis. It basically means thinking too much about what you are doing makes you worse at doing it. Researchers took skilled football players who had been dribbling a ball for years. They asked them to dribble, but this time focus on exactly which part of their foot was touching the ball. What happened? They got slower. They made more mistakes. The moment they started consciously thinking about it, the automatic system got interrupted. And performance dropped. This is what happens to students in exams too. They know the answer, they have studied it, but under pressure they start overthinking. And the more they think, the harder it gets to remember. Because the thinking brain and the automatic brain are fighting each other. And in that fight, the automatic brain loses. So if fear breaks skill, what protects it? The answer is simpler than most people expect. Belief. When you believe you are capable, when you believe the support is there, when you believe the situation is safe enough to just perform, the alarm system stays quiet. And when the alarm stays quiet, the automatic system runs freely. A psychologist named Albert Bandura spent decades studying this. He found that your belief in your own ability directly changes how your brain and body perform. Not just how you feel, how you actually perform. Think about the gymnast who needs a spotter. The spotter stands nearby, but most of the time never even touches the athlete. Just knowing someone is there keeps the alarm system calm. And with the alarm calm, the gymnast performs the move perfectly. The spotter did not give the gymnast a new skill. The spotter gave the gymnast's brain the safety it needed to use the skill it already had. So what does all of this mean for you? It means the next time you fail under pressure, the first question to ask is not, do I have the skill? The question is, was my brain calm enough to use it? Because the skill does not disappear under pressure. The conditions for using the skill disappear. Fear tightens the muscles that need to be relaxed. Fear narrows the attention that needs to stay open. Fear makes the brain switch from automatic mode to survival mode, and in survival mode, performance suffers. This is true for students, for athletes, for anyone who has ever said, I knew it, I just could not do it when it mattered. They were right. They did know it. The fear just got in the way. The child on the bike could ride, the footballer could dribble, the gymnast could do the move, the student knew the answer. None of them lost their ability in that moment. Their brain's alarm system fired and got in the way of the ability they already had. So the next time you freeze under pressure, remember this. It was not that you were not good enough. It was not that you did not prepare enough. Your brain tried to protect you, and in trying to protect you, it got in the way. The ability was always there. It still is. Thank you for watching until the end. Most people do not. Subscribe if you want more honest science about the most powerful thing you will ever own, your brain.